Hello everybody, this is Dr. Bob DiMaria with another episode of Ask Dr. Bob. Some very fascinating questions today. You're going to have to wait till the end because they even get better. This first very question was about someone who has a 50-year-old mother that just had the recent menstrual cycle. They haven't had a menstrual cycle in about 8 months, and they have a 12-year-old child, a 19-year-old child, and a 22-year-old child, and this child wanted to know if their mom should get pregnant. You know, I'm not going to ever tell anybody not to get pregnant, but I think it would probably be wise to really focus all your energy on the 3 children you have right now, and after you raise them, go to a church group or somewhere and find a child that maybe could use a grandma. And I'm not saying it to be silly, so I'm saying I would not get pregnant myself. Next question, Dr. Bob. I've heard about natural cures for dizziness and vertigo. So here's what I have learned. Could be a lot of reasons for dizziness. Number one could be the adrenal gland is fatigued. But you know what I've also noticed? I'll have people that come into the office, they love us dearly, we start treating them, they have dizziness, and then they get upset with us because their dizziness doesn't go away. Then I go back and I show them, well, it's the Xanax you're taking, or it's the blood thinner you're taking. So before you try to figure out what to take to eliminate your dizziness, find out what you are taking that the dizziness could be causing it, like the side effect of a med. But going back to the adrenal glands, you may have adrenal gland stress, so have your blood pressure taken from a sit to a stand position, and if it drops, that's not good. You may consider an adrenal stress index and a hair analysis, because on a hair analysis, your sodium and your potassium levels are very low. Dr. Bob, varicose veins. I had an injury. So what about and how can I treat them? Well, I normally find that people who have varicose veins commonly have a compromised liver. We do use an herb in our practice called Collinsonia root that helps. It's an old Indian herb that we found from many, many years ago. But you got to fix the liver. Somebody wanted to know about the ketosis or a diet that uses ketosis. I have a wonderful, lots of answers physiologically here for you. But ketosis is when your body usually is using fat for fuel. And I had someone in my office just yesterday that was so excited because they cut back on their carbs. They do about 60 grams of carbs in the form of vegetables every day. Added coconut oil, lost a lot of weight, and they minimized and eliminated a lot of their blood sugar stress. There's a lot of wisdom with that. Read the notes that I have in here because I have a lot of information that you're going to want to follow. The next question is, what do I suggest for someone when they're pregnant? What should they be eating? You want to be eating a lot of protein, good oils like avocado, olive oil, some omega-3 oil, walnuts would be really good, calcium foods including kale, sesame seeds would be really good. I would avoid sugar, I would avoid sugar, I would avoid sugar. Don't smoke cigarettes, and I would not drink dairy or consume dairy. That's going to cause congestion in your lymphatic system. Dr. Bob, I live in Australia, and I read one of your books, and you mentioned about citrus and asthma. What I have learned is that citrus becomes alkaline in the body. Most people that have asthma usually have an adrenal stress issue, but citrus compromises the adrenal function. It's just what I learned with so many of our practice members. We don't promote orange juice. I don't promote oranges because they'll cause your body to become alkaline. And orange juice, unless you get it off the tree, it usually doesn't have any good nutrients in it anyways because of all the oxygen that oxidizes with it. So if you are asthmatic, get off the juice, get off the dairy, get off the sugar, support your adrenal glands. That would help a lot. Interesting question. I haven't ever had this question before. There's glands around a woman's genital area called the Bartholin glands, and every time she has intercourse with her husband, they get infected. So, an interesting concept. So, whomever you are, if somebody else has this issue, you may consider having intercourse using a condom. You say, why is that? Because if you don't have the infection with a condom, it's very possible that your husband could have an infection himself that might be aggravating the area. Now, what I might suggest you use nutritionally is a product called A-emulsion. It's vitamin A. It's a liquid. You can contact us. We'll be happy to send you a bottle. take a drop on your index finger and just massage it around your genital area. It'll put some vitamin A there for you. It'll promote healing. Just try it. It's like, what do you have to lose? In my shaking the head video, don't you just love those videos? Those videos, must have did the one on dandruff. So the person said to me, they don't have dandruff, but their nails peel. Nail peeling usually comes because you have a need for some digestive enzymes. You're not absorbing your proteins very well. So somebody else had a question that they said, I made a comment about castor oil in the adrenal glands. You probably just read it too fast. Castor oil pack helps improve liver function. And you want to eat your ABCs, a half a red apple every day, a third cup of beet fiber, and a medium carrot for that liver. Nighttime cramps are helped by minerals, especially calcium. Teeth grinding at night. This person also had anger. Probably anger is liver. They probably have parasites. Parasites and adrenal stress will cause teeth grinding. People who are angry always have liver issue. Last question. Somebody said they had a sudden tooth pain. It's very possible you could have cracked your tooth. Wanted to know what to do about it. There's a tremendous book called It's All in Your Head by Dr. Hal Huggins. Read the book. And if you do decide to get a root canal, make sure you go to a healthcare provider, a dentist that's on their game, because I've seen my share of individuals have poor quality dental work. Okay, this is Dr. Bob DeMaria.